Hey guys, good morning. So I wanted to come here with you guys just to share a little bit about what I do to prepare either on the weekend or to prepare to go to my office. I don't know if you guys know, but I am a certified tax and accounting advisor, and I'm here located in the city of Mesa, Arizona. And typically, nobody looks at the back end of, when you start a business or when you focus on something in your life that's important. And so I wanted to come here with you guys and have a conversation with you about life, about business, about, what can we do to make our life better? What can we imagine that our life could be? I think since I was like 15 years old, if anyone knows my story, my mom passed away a long time ago when I was about 15, and I was still a kid. I lived with my sisters. I started working when I was 15. Life happened, right? And a lot of times we don't think about the consequences or how that could change your life. And I'm definitely not saying it changed it for the worse. It actually did so many things, right? Um, I started working when I was young. And I'm still young. I get emotional. Um, and so I started working when I was really young. And I remember my first job was working at a Burger King, and I was 15 at the time. And I worked my butt off there, right? And I had coworkers that were like jealous of me, and they were like, "Why are you getting, to be a manager?" And the funny thing is I learned at an early age that hard work pays off, right? And that it didn't matter what you took away from me as long as I knew how to work and I work hard. That's all that mattered, right? And then, of course, life happens. Um, I started I actually moved, and I was living in Corona, California, and I moved actually to Orange County to stay with my other sister. And she was a caregiver at a nursing facility. And she's like, "You know what? You should come and get to know, where I work, and you might like it, right?" So I thought, you know what? Why not? So during the day, I would actually work as an activity director at a nursing facility that was an Alzheimer's unit, and it was amazing. It taught me to be patient, to be understanding, to be empathetic to people. It just taught me a lot, right? So I started there, and I was an activity director, and it was funny, but you learn so many things. I learned about planning. At this point, I was an avid reader, and I still am. I love to read, read, read. I either read regular, books, or I listen to audiobooks, and I love it. That is one of my favorite pastimes is to read. So everything I've learned has come from one of the books that I have listened or read, right? So when I was an activity director, I would, still read. And, of course, life happens, right? I got married. I was married for about 14 years and ended up having a divorce. Unfortunately, things happen again. But I feel that things happen for a reason. There's always a reason for it. We might not like the reason at that moment, but there's always a reason for it. So, unfortunately, got a divorce and I moved on, right? I still lived in Orange County. I was still working as an activity director, and I also had a small office in Cerritos, in not Cerritos, yeah, in Garden Grove. No, no, it was Anaheim, actually. It was Anaheim. And And so I had a small office there. I started doing taxes, individual taxes. And that's how I got my start in learning how to do taxes individually, and really didn't, realize that there was such a huge area in the area of business and taxes, and how, bookkeeping is important and all those things. So this was back in 2006. So in 2006, I started doing taxes on the side because I was still an activity director. I actually was an activity director for a little over than 25 years. And then after that, I transitioned completely full time to having my own business in 2020. In 2020, yes. So, of course, we all know what happened in 2020. It was COVID. I call it actually the era of creativity because I feel that we all kind of woke up, and maybe it's called the woke up generation, but I feel like we all woke up, we all realized that we had something inside of us, something that wanted to get out, right? To be creative, to, help others, to build significance in our life. And to me, that was amazing, right? So at this point, I have remarried in 2015. And after I got married, my husband and I decided to, we, didn't want to spend crazy money on anything, but we wanted to buy a house. We didn't have a house, both of us. So we said, you know what? I have a sister in Arizona. Why don't we go and check it out? So we came over here on New Year's, and I really, liked it. I liked the fact that we could buy a house here, we could afford it, all of those good things. And I was ready to make a change, right? And I think my husband was too. At the beginning, he wasn't very, like luring to the idea because he has no family here in Arizona, and I have sisters, nephews, family here in Arizona. So he was like, you know what? Let's try. Let's go and see what happens, right? So I ended up coming over here to Arizona for, I would say, a couple of months. I stayed with my sister while we were looking for a house and filling out paperwork and showing that my husband was still working in California and that he was going to buy a house here, or we were going to buy a house here. So we ended up buying the house in 2017. And in 2017, what I did is I got a activity director job here. Um, it was kind of full time but part time. And so during the other time, I was actually running my tax business mobily. So I started mobily. I announced myself on Facebook. I actually, would get individual clients to do their taxes. And then, of course, I became a notary public as well. Then I got certified as a tax advisor. And then, became an accountant as well. So many things happened so fast, right? It was incredible. It's been an amazing journey. And I'm here because I want to share it with you, right? I want to share all my journey of starting my business here mobily, and then from there becoming, now we've actually hit a little over 250K in revenue, and it's been an amazing, amazing journey. I have a great team at my office. There's 5 of us in my office, and I have a team of contractors as well. And it has been an amazing journey. So I wanted to come here and just share my journey with you. And just, if you'd like to know more and, want to learn how to open your own firm or your own office, I want you to be here with me, okay? I really appreciate your time. I appreciate you listening to my story. And I hope you guys have a great and amazing day. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.